Thank you.
All right, we're moving. Page 142 in our playbook. And I'm going to talk today on setting up your database. So Michael, your timing was perfect. Just a few notes for you from pages 142 to 143, and then I'm going to jump into my notes. First of all, from the middle of the page, Gary says your database is your business. And remember, I'm a student. I want you to be a student. And that means you're taking notes. Remember, these calls are not that entertaining. You're not coming here to get entertained. You're coming here to learn and grow. So take notes. My database is my business.
Okay.
Now what's interesting about that, page 142, what's interesting about that is what percentage of real estate agents, and I'm talking all real estate agents, with Keller Williams, not with Keller Williams, all real estate agents. What percentage of real estate agents have a database that they're working from? And I don't mean your phone. Your phone is not a database. An Excel spreadsheet is not a database. What percentage of real estates have a database that they're working from and are actively using a system like a 36 touch in order to nurture those relationships? Take a guess.
25%.
25%, okay.
5.
It's closer to 5. Camille is right.
Wow.
It's closer to 5. Now, is that a good thing? Well, I don't know. If I'm a real estate agent, I think it's a good thing. Here's why I would tell you it's a good thing. Because I don't have any competition. If I'm actively working from a database and I'm actively communicating with everybody in my database using a system like a 36 touch, then I know that I have very few agents that I'm competing against, because one of the limiting beliefs that you guys have is everybody knows a real estate agent. And if I put 500 people, I think is the number Michael shared. If I put 500 people in my database and I put 500 people on the 36 touch, those 500 people are also getting reached out to by 10 other agents. And that's a limiting belief. And it's not true, because only 5% of real estate agents are actually doing this. All right, important. All right, your database is your business. Building up the number of names in it and a relationship with those names is really at the very core of what building a real estate business is all about. Your real estate business is about building a database and building a relationship with everybody in that database. The larger your database, the larger your business. Think of it this way. The size of your real estate business will be in direct proportion to the size and quality of your database. Well, isn't that what I just said? I think it is. And by the way, I got that from Gary. He didn't get it from me. Okay, on page 143 at the bottom of the page, marketing, guys, just there. Please read with a highlighter in your hand and read over and over again and take notes in the margin of the book. And your book should be falling apart like mine is, right? This thing is beat to you know what. And marketing and prospecting to your Met and Habit Met database will yield 3 types of business. From Habit Mets, repeat from your Mets, and referral most likely from your Mets as well. Now, skipping over to page 145. Yes. I heard somebody yell my name or talk.
Yeah, reminder to let people in.
Yeah, I had one person in the waiting room. Thank you, Victoria. Every time you see me do this, I'm looking at who's in the waiting room. All right, skipping over to page 145 under systematically market to your database. Real estate is a contact sport. Actually, it is a close contact sport. I think somebody had a t-shirt on today that said that. Actually, I was talking to him just a few moments ago. And the best players believe it is a frequent and systematic close contact sport. To succeed at a high level, words matter, right? Gary didn't say to have a mediocre real estate business. He said to succeed at a high level in real estate sales, you must commit. Commit is such an important word in this sentence. To frequent contact with a database with the intent of building close relationships. Again, Gary didn't say the intent of selling real estate. He said with the intent of building close relationships. Focus on building relationships. Don't focus on how many sales am I getting. If you focus on how many sales I'm getting, you're going to quit, because this is a long game. It's not the short game. Prospecting for sell-by owners and expireds is a short game. That's the source to immediate business. That's why you should be doing it. However, working your database is a long game. It's going to take time in order for this to work. It's a Chinese bamboo tree. It's harvesting the crop. You can't plant corn today and walk out in the field tomorrow and look at the field and go, where's the corn? Why isn't there any corn? It doesn't work that way. We advocate 3 general approaches when marketing and prospecting to your 2 main audiences, met and haven't mets. All 3 have a common theme: overkill. Now I'm going to add to that. It's overkill over time. Now, the 3 methods that he's referring to is a 12 direct, which is to your haven't mets. That's farming. A 8x8, which is what you're going to use in order to create top of mind and to create a relationship with new mets. And then we transition from the 8x8 to 36 touch. Now in the book, he talks about a 33 touch. And since the book was written, it's been rewritten to 36 touches. By the way, can it be 62? Yep. Can it be 100? Yep. I get 3 emails a day from Saks Fifth Avenue just because I bought 1 pair of jeans from Saks Fifth Avenue in New Orleans 3 years ago. That's 1,000 touches a year. Now, I haven't opted out because I want to see how long they do this and how many emails they continue to send me. Okay, now I'm going to go to my notes. And the first thing that I wrote down, and this is a step-by-step. Guys, if you're in a loud place, there's a party going on somewhere, hit mute.
Oh, seriously.
I don't want to mute all because then it gets super quiet. All right, I will. Hold on. All right, I muted everybody. So take yourself off mute and talk to me because I feel really weird when I'm just here all by myself. I get lonely. All right, I'm going to give you a step-by-step process to follow. I had a conversation with a real estate agent yesterday. Matter of fact, I have a coaching call with her at 8:30 this morning. So we're going to finish at 8:28. So I have time to transition from this call to that call. And part of the reason that I'm doing this is because this is a recording that I'm going to send to her because this is my coaching call. Her question was, I don't know what to do. I've joined Keller Williams. This isn't brand new. By the way, this is not a brand new agent. This is somebody who's been in the business for years. And that's an aha. It's an aha for me because it means that she hasn't been getting the training from the company that she came from. She doesn't know what to do. That's an aha. And my goal with her is to give her a step-by-step plan to get into production. Well, here it is. Step number 1, make a list of everyone you know. Step number 2, collect data, their phone number, their address, email, etc. Be Columbo. And for those of you that are younger than 40, Columbo was a detective on TV like 100 years ago. For all of us who are older, we know who Columbo is.
Right next to Kojak.
Yeah, Kojak, right? And the guy with the bird, I forget his name. The white bird. It was a, oh, forget it. Beretta. Thank you. So that was a bunny trail. There we go.
Awesome.
Sorry. Okay. Be Columbo. Be a detective. I'm going to collect as much information as I can. Now, it's not going to be weird. I'm not going to say, okay, Valerie, now how many pets do you have? Do you have a dog? What's the dog's name? I'm not going to do that. That's weird. I am going to just have a conversation, and I'm taking notes and collecting information. If I have a conversation with someone and the dog barks and they say, name a dog, I don't know, Snoopy.
Right.
Be quiet, Snoopy. I'm writing down dog's name is Snoopy. It's important. In a later conversation, hey, by the way, tell Snoopy I said hi, right? Just like I know that Natalie's cat is Lucy, right? I know that because Lucy shows up on our call almost every single morning. All right. Collect data. Number 3, enter 100 sphere of influence contacts. If you have 100 sphere of influence contacts, break it down into a daily task, because they're starting from 0. We're starting from scratch. You don't have a database. Remember, this is a step-by-step system for anybody who's getting started working with our database. So I'm talking to 95% of the real estate agents in this industry, because 95% don't have a database they're working from. So if I have 100 people that I know, I'm not going to sit down and try to enter 100 in one day. I could, or I could enter 10 a day until I have 100 in my database as my sphere of influence. Now, as I'm entering them, I'm going to launch an 8x8. That's 8 touches in 8 weeks. If you're with Keller Williams, all you have to do is go to command to open it up, open up your smart plans, and you have a number of 8x8 smart plans to use. They're there ready for you. All you've got to do is click and enter. It's plug and play. So simple. So enter 10 a day and launch an 8x8 in order to establish the relationship with them so that they know you as a local real estate expert of choice. It's to build a relationship. Step number 4, continue to build your database by adding 1 new Met to your database every day. That's feed it every day. So when Gary Keller teaches build a database, feed it every day, communicate with it in a systematic way, service all the leads that come your way. Step number 2 is add 1 new person to your database every single day. So we made a list of everybody that we know, and we've entered all of those people into our database as a sphere of influence. We've launched an 8x8 followed by a 36 touch. And now we're going to start adding 1 new person to our database every day. Step number 5, launch an 8x8 smart plan on all new Mets, followed up by a 36 touch. Okay, well, I already said that. Now, let's take a break and let's talk. Building your real estate business through your database is the long game. You will not see immediate results. Now you may, I don't want to give you a limiting belief, but chances are you won't. You will not see immediate results, and you will be tempted to quit. You will be tempted to quit because you're going to hear that self-talk saying, this isn't working. I'm going to go do something else. Now, from you win in the locker room first. You see me doing this, I have like 100 books sitting on my desk here. There it is. Hold on. There it is. Okay, from you win in the locker room first, the author, who is John Gordon, here's what he says. As little a thing as quitting can seem in the moment, it moves you in a direction and creates a mindset that you can begin to see as normal, which means you're creating a habit of quitting. As soon as you quit on something, quitting on the next thing becomes easier. And before you know it, it's a habit. When something doesn't work, you quit. And I don't mean you quit selling real estate. I mean, you quit working your database and you go try something else. And then that's not working. So you quit it and then you go try something else. And then that doesn't work and you quit it and you go try something else. And before you know it, you are quitting real estate. Now, From Good to Great by Jim Collins, greatness is a matter of conscious choice. You choose to be great. Your desire is measured by your routine and preparation. Your desire is measured by your routine and preparation. Now, here's the solution. The solution is to stay humble and hungry and to focus on the process, not the destination. Focusing on the process is building your database, launching an 8x8, followed by a 36 touch. Making sure that you are reaching out and communicating to everyone in that database systematically over time. It's those quarterly phone calls, regardless of whether you get a referral or not, regardless of whether or not you talk to someone who says, I'm thinking of selling my home. You're just gonna focus on the process, not the results, because the results will show up over time. It's the Chinese bamboo tree. You're watering and fertilizing the dirt for 5 years and nothing is happening. And in the 5th year, it grows 90 feet. What if I told Michael, if you put 36 people if you put those 500 contacts on a 36 touch and nothing happens for a year, and then you continue working that 36 touch, and a year later, still nothing has happened. And in year 3, you close 100 deals. Would you continue to work those 500 contacts on a 36 touch if you had a crystal ball and you knew that 3 years from now, you're going to close 100 deals? And
Of course.
Of course you would. Of course you would, but you would be tempted to quit along the way because you're not seeing the results.
Mm-hmm.
This is why only 5% of real estate agents have a database that they actually work, because they're not seeing immediate returns. And we live in a world that says, I want immediate results. We live in a microwave world. I want you to crock pot your business. But thinking microwave and start thinking crock pot. Okay, so we're back. Item number 6. 75% of your 36 touch should be set it and forget it. Meaning you have a system like Command, you have smart plans that you launch, and when you launch them, 75% of the 36 touches are going to happen automatically. 75% should be set it and forget it. Number 7, the secret sauce, your superpower, is those 4 care calls to your sphere of influence, your past clients, and your core advocates. Without those 4 phone calls, 1 per quarter, this isn't going to work as well. Now, one of the other myths that real estate agents fall for is, I don't need to call my clients because when they have a referral, they call me. And they fall for that because it actually does happen. And then they think, my clients love me, they give me referrals, I don't have to call them. And my question would be, how many aren't calling you? You're getting calls, that's amazing. How many aren't calling you? Look at it like this. If you've got 500 people in your database on a 36 touch, you should be closing 50 deals a year from your database. 50, that's the number. 10% should turn into a deal or a referral over time. Now, if you're not getting 50 deals, then I bet you're not making the calls. I bet that's it. If you're doing everything else and you're not getting 50 deals, you're not making the calls. Number 8, follow the Ford model of communication. When I call Alex, I'm going to talk about how's your family, how's work, that's occupation. What are you doing for fun? That's recreation. What are your goals? That's dreams. Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. It's a care call. It's not a real estate call. It's not a sale call. And before I end the conversation, hey, Alex, just out of curiosity, before I let you go, who do you know? Everything that for what page, everything that we're talking about is coming from pages 134 through 136. Hey, Alex, before I let you go, and I'm not in Gary's book, I'm in my journal. Before I let you go, just out of curiosity, who do you know that's looking to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate? Now, Alex says no one. I'm cool with that. My response is, I appreciate you taking a moment to think about that. But here's what I know. I've activated Alex's reticular activator, which means now he's going to be aware of people who are buying and selling real estate. And the odds are pretty good, since I've asked that question, that sometime in the next 24 hours, he's going to talk to somebody who's thinking of buying a home. He's going to go, wow.
John?
Yeah.
One of the first things that you said was that your clients love you. That's why you get referrals. And basically what you're doing is you're loving your clients back. You're giving them a call and you're doing the forward call and all that other stuff.
100%, Alex. Absolutely correct. Number 9, guys, I have my eyes on the clock, so I'm moving faster.
Yeah.
Number 9, keep notes from every conversation. Be a detective. Look for opportunity. Keep notes in your database so that you can go back and review those notes before the next call. So Alex, last time we spoke a couple months ago, you were getting ready to go on a cruise to the Bahamas. How was your trip? Did you have a good time? I only know that because I took notes. Now to Alex, he's thinking, wow, I can't believe he remembered that. That's amazing. I didn't remember it. I wrote it down. Number 10, lead with gratitude. Every call starts with, thank you for taking my call. I appreciate you. Bring value to every conversation. Make deposits and then ask for help. When I make deposits, I get to make withdrawals. If I just ask for help without making deposits, my account is overdrawn. All right, I'm going to close with this. 10% of your database is either going to buy or sell this year. It's a fact. Or they know somebody who will. 10% of your database is going to buy or sell a home this year, or they know somebody that will. It's A plus B times C equals D. A is your sphere of influence. B is new Mets. C is 10%. D is solds. A plus C times D equals D. There you go. Want to build a really successful real estate business? I just told you how. I've got 30 seconds. Give me some ahas.
It's really not an aha, but going through your whole database with our company developed that DTD2 and the DTD4, that is the best thing that best thing for me. I'm touching more of my database more frequently. So I'm so happy about that.
Awesome. Camille, I'm so proud of you. Victoria, A is sphere of influence. B is new Mets. C is 10%.
Okay,
D is sold.
got it.
Guys,
Thanks.
you would never know that I hated algebra because I use these crazy formulas all the time. And here's the formula. A plus B times C equals D. Every time. All right, time to get to work, guys. Let's work. It's 20 conversations. Not 17, not 18, not 19. These are care calls, not sale calls. Lead with gratitude, bring value to every conversation. Find somebody today who's thinking of buying a home or selling a home, and get face-to-face with someone every single day who's thinking of buying or selling a home. You'll have 250 people in your pipeline on a follow-up. Follow up forever, because you're rejecting rejection, and no is not a word that lives in your vocabulary. And a year from now, you will have a massively successful real estate business. Make it a great day.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
My pleasure, guys. My pleasure, guys.